welcome to Team Elite TV, episode number 30. That's right.
Woo!
30, if you're in Spanish. I don't know how you say it in Filipino or Nigerian or any of the other countries that we are represented, but guess what, guys? This is 30 episodes of Team Elite TV. Nobody on this team can say there's not anybody out there trying to help me, because all you got to do is tune in to Team Elite TV each week, and we will teach you what you need to know in order to be successful. So this is T.Gray, your upline Ruby executive, and I'm excited to have some superstars with me on the line here live. We're going to start in the Caribbean, all the way in Barbados. Pearl executive Jamie Lee St. John, Dr. Jamie, who did a beast of a training last week. Say hi to everybody, Jamie.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 30. I know Marsha's going to break down the house tonight, so be sure to have the team on. I'm looking forward to tonight's training.
Absolutely, and you couldn't be more right. Marsha has had plenty of time to think about this and plan and train, put her stuff together. She is a planner, so she's definitely got this thing together tight for us, and we've got some good stuff. But we've got some more champions on the line with us today. We've got some folks that are having a birthday party, but they're not letting that stop them from tuning into their favorite episode. You know, all over the world, there are people excited about shows like Scandal and Empire, and you know, they might be having a party, but the party stops when the show comes on because everybody wants to see that episode. Well, you know what? The same thing's happening at Pearl Executive Doris Lopez's house. Doris, you got a house full of people. Let's get everybody to say hi to everybody who's watching.
Yes, so I'm excited to have my new executives that became executives when corporate came down here on October 11th, Anthony Trejo and Tony Lee.
How are you guys?
Hey, welcome.
Anthony and Tony, congratulations, new executives. Woo, woo.
And we also have from Hertha's team, our soon-to-be executive is what we're trying to pump her to be. Tashay, this is Hertha's daughter. So she probably doesn't know she's here.
What's up, Tashay? Tashay, the new executive. That sounds nice. Let's make that the truth.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, she needs to be.
All right, that sounds wonderful and fantastic. Way to go. Welcome to Team Elite TV Live, champions. Let's go Caribbean again. Let's go all the way to the yard. Let's go to Jamaica, not Jamaica, Queens, to our Pearl executive, Kimberly Davis. Say hi to everybody, Kim.
Hi, everyone. I miss you guys. I feel like I've been away like forever. It's great to be on episode 30. I'm ready because I know Marsha Terry has it locked. So I have my pen. I have my book. I am ready to go.
Awesome.
Man. Hey, Kim, isn't this like really cool that we can get together like this every single week and we don't need American Airlines?
It is absolutely amazing.
That is absolutely tremendous. All right. Well, cool. Well, let's go all the way to Guam and go to our superstar rock and roll pop star queen, Beyonce, also known as Rosette Pacetes. It says one of those two things on her birth certificate. I don't know which one is the right one. But I do know this. She's not a big fan of American Airlines. Go ahead and say hi to everybody. Rosette.
Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you're watching from, dialing in. It's so nice to be here with you every single week. So excited about tonight's episode. I know Marsha will knock it out of the park. So if I were you, I'm going to get my journal, my notepad, and pen, so you won't miss anything. Welcome, everyone. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, Rosette, let's just take a minute and teach everybody about international business, because I love that we can do that with our company, JEUNESSE, in this industry of network marketing and technology. So, you know, for me right now, it's Sunday evening, October 25 at 7 p.m. What is it for you?
I'm in your future. Monday morning, 10 a.m., October 26th. And the trick is, I have my clock. I have my converter on my cell phone, so it doesn't matter what time of the day that is. I can communicate with everybody in my team, so it just works just fine.
Wonderful.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we work well despite the time difference. I mean, I just love what's happening with your business. It's an honor to work with you. And everybody, I mean, that just kind of shows good things can happen. And you're right, Rosette, you're in the future.
That's right. That's where America Days begin.
Yeah, so when I do business presentations, I like to tell people I make money in the future.
That's right.
Right? That's awesome.
I
Thanks to
like
you,
that one.
Yeah, I love you, Rosette. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's come back to my present, your past. Let's go down to McAllen, Texas, and we've got the queen of the RGV, Sapphire executive, the better part of the dynamic duo known as the Terrys, Marsha Terry. Say hi to everybody, Marsha.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Team Elite TV, episode number 30. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Hey, Marsha, you know what? This is actually a record occasion episode because it's actually 2 weeks in a row that you've got the same hairstyle. So this is really good.
Your hair looks fabulous, girl.
Always fabulous. Always. All right, guys. Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Marsha's got a great training for us tonight. I'm excited about these leaders stepping up to do the trainings, and Marsha's got something really good, and I'm so honored to work with Marsha. I've worked with her in the past, and she's so professional, and she's a real thinker. And so I think you're going to hear some great things today. She's going to train on this topic, the easy way to advance ranks, and that's something that everybody wants to know. How do I do it easy? Sometimes it seems like it can be so hard, but Marsha's going to show you the easy way today. But before we get down to the training, we just want to talk a little bit about events. You know, events are a very important part of your business. Events are where people make their big decisions. You will find all of the successful people in this industry leverage events. Okay, they leverage events. Now, folks, you know, I want you to write down in your notes the word leverage. And speaking of notes, I want to make sure that you always watch Team Elite TV with a notepad ready to take notes. But leverage is what you do. You use a lever to make a big job easier, right? And the act of using that is called leverage. And the events are a lever to make your success easy. You know, I have leveraged events to create success in my business and will continue to do so, and I encourage you guys to do the same. So if you are not taking events seriously, if you're not going to events, if you're not, you know, moving mountains to get to events, I want to just let you know that that's one of the reasons that will keep you, you know, from advancing as quickly as you would like to. There are several great events coming up. It's one of the things I love about JEUNESSE. There are always events. I've been in companies where if I didn't put on an event, there wasn't an event. But JEUNESSE has no shortage of great events. There's an event coming up in Israel tomorrow at the Dan Panorama Tel Aviv Hotel. So if you've got some folks in Israel, let's get them there. Discover JEUNESSE is this week on Tuesday at the Orlando Airport Marriott Lakeside. On this coming Saturday, October 31, JEUNESSE University in Nigeria. I'm so excited because I know that Pearl executive Ife is going to be going to that. I'm confident that Julie is going to be going, and Gubemi and several other leaders are going to be going to that event. So looking forward to seeing these guys enjoy that event, post some pictures, come back and tell us all about it. There's a JEUNESSE University in South Africa, November 7th. And guess what, guys? We don't really have any team members in South Africa. So now's a great time to get something started. And then November 12th through 13th, with the event starting on the 11th, we have the JEUNESSE Convention of the Americas in Orlando. So let's talk about that. That is the big event. That's the big deal. That's the thriller in Manila. Okay, Rosette, not really in Manila, but in Orlando. And that is where everybody's got to be. It's the first of its kind event. There will be about 3,000–4,000 people there. It will be electric. It will be energizing. The breakout sessions will be beneficial to you building your business. We posted the agenda. Several of us posted the agenda in our JEUNESSE Team Elite Facebook group, so you really can't miss it. It was in your email. I got to tell you what, guys, the breakout sessions are going to be powerful. What you're going to learn from stage is going to be excellent. And I just want to encourage you guys, you have got to be there. You said you wanted to do this. You spent your hard-earned money, whether you bought a basic pack or an ambassador pack, it doesn't matter. You said you wanted to win and change your life, and I want to dare you to dream big and dare you to go big. I know that there are people that are going to be sharing a hotel room, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in a room. It doesn't matter. You're not there to lounge in the hotel room. You just need a place to sleep and shower. So I just want to encourage you guys, do what you got to do. I know people who have sold things and just really worked hard to do other things so that they could be there. You've got to be there for this event. And I just want to also let you guys know that on Sunday the 15th, that happens to be my birthday, I encourage you guys, when you come to the events, first of all, just know this. Never leave right when the event is over. If you don't have to, because what we always do is we always get our group together for a game plan session, right? As leaders, it's a mistake to get your team to a big event like this and then just let them go home. You've got to make sure you get everybody together and say, okay, guys, what are we going to do with this stuff? And get everybody on the same page. We always do that. Team Elite, that is one of our relentless disciplines. So we're going to do that. But that evening, we're going to go down to, I'm working on creating a reservation for us at one of the cooler restaurants in Universal City Walk. And so I'm working on that. I'm hoping I can get that done by tomorrow. I put a couple of calls in. But we're going to go have a nice birthday celebration for yours truly. We'll have some fun. We'll kick it. And then we'll make everybody who didn't go real jealous. So I want to encourage you guys to go. Thank you, everybody, for who let me know that you're going to be there. Last week, I got some feedback from Vicky Kaufman and some other folks. Looking forward to partying with you guys. So we're going to have a great, great time. I don't know how else to tell you that you need to be in the house. Okay? You guys got your airline tickets and stuff booked already? I got mine.
Yep.
All right. Absolutely, absolutely. Great. Well, we still have a few days left in Adam Vincent Gilmer's Sapphire Challenge. For those of you who don't know Adam, he's an amazing guy. He's awesome. He is our upline diamond director. He has been on it, man. He's been in Paris. He's been in Dubai. And he said that for the first 100 new Sapphires in the month of October, in his downline, he's going to pay your airfare up to $500. He's going to pay your hotel, and he's going to pay your event. And there's no volume requirement. So I know we've got several people on the team who are really close to getting it done. I want to encourage you guys, buckle down and go for it. It's amazing what you can get done in the next 3-4 days. So I want to encourage you guys, let's go ahead and do this. I want to see so many people from Team Elite actually capitalize on this. All right, well, Marsha, we're back to you. I'm excited because what this simply means is that we're now at the point where you get to teach us the easiest way to climb the ranks. Folks, you got started. You came in the business, at the distributor level, and the real fun starts. The paychecks get bigger the higher you climb the ranks. Well, that's the hard part for so many people, figuring out how to keep going up, up, up. And Marsha Terry has done it, and not only has she done it, but she did it in record time. Marsha, you did it, and you made it look easy. And so now what we want you to do is come on and teach everybody here how to advance rank.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Terrence. Thank you, everybody who's on this evening. It's really a humbling experience, and it's an honor to be able to share with you what I've been asked to train on. And so I don't see the slides, Terrence.
You don't see them?
Okay. No.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now do you see them?
Yes, I do. Thank you. So again, thank you to the team for being on this evening. And really, what I'm going to talk about, it's not rocket science, but my husband and I, we kind of sat down together and we put this together just to really break it down into simple steps that people can really understand the easy way to achieve ranks in our business. As we all know, there's different ranks that you go through. There's pinnacle ranks. And so this is just the easy way, you know, bread and butter, easy way, simple to understand way to achieve ranks as you grow your business in JEUNESSE. You can advance to the next slide. All right, great. So rank advancement, I believe it should be a practical approach. And so when I was looking at something to really kind of conceptualize this idea, I found this stair step. And it says, which step have you reached today? And the first two steps say, I won't do it and I can't do it. And generally I believe that people have that attitude because they don't know what to do. So when you don't know what to do, generally you don't do anything at all, right? So that is where people will start to say, I won't do it, or I can't do it, I don't know how to do it. And then, you know, as they begin to mature a little bit in their business, they begin to ask questions about, okay, well, how do I do it? I want to become an executive, and how do I become an executive? I want to become Pearl, I want to become Jade, how do I do it? And so then they move up to the next step, and you know what, I'm going to try to do it. And next thing you know, they're saying, I can do this, I got this, I will do it. And before they know it, they're saying, yes, I did it. And I heard a quote the other day, and it says, success is what you overcome to get there. So really when you think about that is, success is all those things that you, maybe the hardship, the failures, the successes, the difficulties, the challenges, and the good things, but all that combined together, you know, make up success, and it's those things that we overcome in order to achieve that rank that we're looking to get to. You can go to the next slide, please. Next slide. Thank you. Alrighty. So it's all about duplication. So this slide may look a little funny to some people, and whenever I think about duplication, this image comes to my mind, and so I'm going to date myself a little bit as I talk about this. But back in the 70s, yes, I'm a 70s child. Back in the 70s, there was this commercial with this young blonde girl, and she talked about this shampoo, and it was called Fabergé shampoo. And on the commercial, it said that, you know, she loved this shampoo. It was so awesome, and all the things that it did for her hair. And what did she do? She went out and she told 2 friends. Okay. And on the commercial, it would populate with 2 people, and they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on. So I was actually kind of surprised I was able to find the very image of the young lady telling her 2 friends. As you can see the slide, there's multiple pictures of this lady telling her 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on. So achieving rank really is all about creating. It's all about duplicating. It's not rocket science. It's really about duplicating people and duplicating the system so that you can move through and help people advance in their ranks. So once you understand, you know, the process of duplication and really understand how that works, then you're really going to start to see your business grow, as well as you're going to be able to achieve the ranks that you're looking for in your business. You can move to the next slide. All right, so first thing you got to do is you got to ask the right questions. And my husband always says, time is money. Truly, time is money. So, you know, we ask these questions all the time, but really you have to identify, as you are focused on achieving the rank, whatever that might be, Executive, Jade, Pearl, or Sapphire, is how much time are you going to devote to your business? Are you going to do it in your spare time? Are you going to do it in your part-time? Or is this going to be a full-time venture for you? So, and spare time, part-time, and full-time are different for each person, right? So it's really to hone in on that and commit yourself to your spare time. So, interestingly enough, today since I did the Millionaire Morning Challenge, the 28-day challenge, and I did a yoga challenge at the same time. One of the things that I was not doing, which just happened, was I was not watching TV. It just kind of happened that way. And so I found that because I stopped watching TV, this is just me personally, I'm not advocating that you need to stop watching TV, but you guys need to. I found that I had a lot more time and I was much more productive in my day just by not watching TV in the morning. So you might say to me, or you might be saying to yourself, well, what is my spare time? Well, I submit to you that you turn off your TV. All right? You'd be surprised at the amount of time that we waste when we watch TV. So today, kind of lounging today, I turned on my TV. I was absolutely amazed. I said to my husband, I said, "What? Look at this. You've done absolutely nothing today. I mean, some days are like that. But I really began to think about how much time we waste by watching TV, all right? So people may say, I don't have time, I don't have any spare time, but really it's when you start to look at your schedule and how you spend your time that you're going to discover that you have more time than you realize. So whether it's spare time or part-time, and you really have to quantify that time when you're going to commit to it. So is it going to be on Friday, between 12 and 4? Is it going to be on Saturdays? Is it on Sundays because you work throughout the week? Or are you going to devote full time to it? Whatever it is, you really need to quantify it. And again, ask the right question and write it down. You've got to write it down so that you become accountable to yourself and to others. And then you've got to ask, you've got to formulate your why. What is your why? Is it because you need more money? Is it because you need more time? Is it because you want to travel? You want to pay off bills or you're in debt? You want to help family or you maybe want to help friends? Whatever your why is really helps to solidify your focus and provide you with direction as to why you're doing your business. And your why should elicit a burning sense of desire, a burning sense of commitment and emotion in why you want to do this business or why you need more money or why you need more time. So, I came across this analogy or this story, and basically I'm going to pose a question, and I want you to think about how you're feeling when I pose this to you. So let's just say I've come up to you and I've said to you, you have just won $100,000. How does that make you feel at that moment? How does that make you feel? What did you start thinking about when I said to you, you just won $100,000? Did you start thinking about, okay, now I can pay off this bill, now I can start to take this trip, now I can start to do whatever it is that you need to do, okay? But think of it. What has physically changed for you when I said that to you? Nothing. You're still sitting at your computer, you're still in your home, you're still there doing the things that you need to do. So nothing has physically changed. But that emotion, that is what changed for you. You want to really begin to harness that emotion of exactly when I said that question, and that's what you want to tap into and hold on to that when you're developing your why. It really helps create that burning desire, that burning sense of you need to have this no matter what happens, okay? And so really I found that quite profound because I know when that was posed to me, I started thinking about all the things that I would do if I just won $100,000, right? But really my environment didn't change. So when you formulate your why, it may not be that anything is going to change for you right here, right now, at this moment in time. But you got to start to look towards the future. How is that going to change for you? What is it that you're going to change? What is it that you're going to do differently as you formulate your why and as you work towards having it? So that ties right into asking the right questions, okay? When you have your spare time, your part-time, your full-time, and then your why ties into the right questions. All these things are basically foundational to achieving rank because you cannot really have success, you cannot really move through the ranks that you need to unless you really understand how much time you're going to commit to your business and why it is that you're doing your business, okay? It can't be a fly-by-night type reason either. It's got to be something that extremely is meaningful to you and something that you're definitely going to hold on to that is going to be life-changing for you, perhaps for your family. Next slide, Terrence. Okay, so you know me, I'm always talking about McDonald's like I eat there, and I really don't. But I really like this because McDonald's is a proven system, all right? And so we all remember the commercial back in the day that talked about the Big Mac being 2 all-beef patties, American cheese, lettuce, pickle, onions, special sauce on a sesame seed bun, right? And so what does a system mean? It means save yourself time, money, effort, and time again, right? So when I think about achieving the rank, it's really about a system. So you got to have your 2 all-beef patties. You got to have your American cheese, and I'm going to tell you what those are on the next slide. You got to have your lettuce. You got to have your pickles and your onions. You cannot think that you're going to build a Big Mac, you're going to make a Big Mac without those ingredients. Pretty much wherever you go in the world, as long as you're selling beef burgers. These are the ingredients that are going to be on the Big Mac. And you're going to get your fries and you're going to get your drink. No matter where you go, it's always going to be the same. And so that is what I thought about as I was thinking about achieving ranks and working towards the rank. The easy way is having a system that is proven. This Big Mac thing, even though I don't eat Big Macs, Jamie did a phenomenal training last week on Zen Body. But this is really, I think, a nice way that people can visualize the system. We've all seen a Big Mac. We all know how they're made. And so it really kind of helps people to understand what are the parts that I need to achieve the rank. What is it that I need to do? What is it the beef patty? What is the lettuce? What are the pickles? The special sauce could be your personal flair, your little extra that you may do. You don't have to do it like I do, but there's some elements that are going to be the same no matter what you're doing, and it's got to be the same every single time. And again, being system dependent saves yourself a lot of heartache and headache. You do not need to go out there and recreate the wheel. You just follow the system that we've created here through Team Elite and our leadership. You can move to the next slide, Terrence. Alrighty, so master the mundane and make your Big Mac, okay? So how do you do that? Well, number one is you want to do your game plan. So I think, you know, as Dr. Terry and I, we sat down and we were going through this training, and I think some people are not really plugging into the game plan and the perfect launch the way they should. And so when we got started, we didn't have this tool. And I really believe it's an underutilized tool that people, they just are not using it to the full extent that they should, okay? It takes about 30 minutes to go through the whole game plan and the perfect launch. And I know a few weeks ago, a few months ago, when this tool was introduced, Terrence went through and explained, you know, section by section on how to do the perfect launch. This is critical to the duplication process. Because if you're doing the perfect launch, if you've read the game plan, you're teaching people on your team to do the same thing, what do you think they're going to do? So, you know, what we're going to start doing when we have our meetings is, aside from distributing the application form for people to get signed up, is we're going to start doing the game plan, the perfect launch at that time, and ensuring that people have the tools that they need to get started and get started on the right track in the business. It is absolutely essential to your business. I believe this is one of the pitfalls to people not achieving rank because they don't do the game plan. It's absolutely essential. Like I said, it takes 20 minutes, and you're going to do it with the person that sponsored you. And if they're not really familiar how to do it, you want to get with the upline coach, the person who should be number 2 on that perfect launch sheet, to sit down and formulate what is your game plan. And I believe that as you write out the game plan, you should be accountable to your coach, your mentor, your sponsor, and they should have a copy. That way they can always keep you in check and remind you of what you said you were going to do, and help remind you of what you said that your dreams were and how much time you're going to devote to your business. You want to plug into our Facebook group on JEUNESSE Team Elite. So there's many people out there that say, I don't do Facebook, I don't have Facebook, whatever. And you know, I'm going to say that's an excuse, because I believe that this is the pickles on the Big Mac. This is not something that you can do without for achieving rank in your business, because it is a method of staying plugged into the group and knowing what's going on on our team. All right. We have the Jade mobile app. There's people, you know, they may or may not have downloaded the app. And how do you know this? Because when you start talking to them about sending out videos or about tracking their business, they're clueless. That is also a key point that, you know, people aren't really going through the whole perfect launch sheet the way they should be, because on the perfect launch, it clearly identifies a section of the J mobile app. The Secret of Jeunesse is a phenomenal video. It's not complicated. If you're not comfortable doing the PowerPoint presentation, you're not, you know, you don't feel that you're skilled enough or you don't know enough yet, the Secret of Jeunesse is one of those tools that you utilize to share the opportunity with people. Okay, it is a 15-minute video that you utilize, and you can use it right through the J mobile app again. And so that pretty lady that we see there, you know, I already hear her saying what she says because I've seen this video multiple times. TeamEliteSuccess.com is an absolutely invaluable tool. So last week I did a webinar for somebody in my business, and as I concluded the webinar, I was talking about TeamEliteSuccess.com, and I was somewhat surprised that the individual was not familiar with TeamEliteSuccess.com. And so I was able to, because it was, you know, she was not here locally, I was able to show her remotely, this is what TeamEliteSuccess.com has to offer. So this, again, is, you know, it's like the sesame seed bun to the Big Mac, right? You've got to have all elements of the tools together in order to achieve rank in your business. Again, let's go back to that slide where I talked about duplication. If we are teaching people that are joining our business, that are starting their Jeunesse journey, to plug into these resources, okay, the slide again about duplication, if we're teaching everybody to use the resources that we have at Team Elite, you're not going to see people falling off, number one, as readily as they do, and they're going to be plugged into the system that we have and realize that the system works. You can go back to that slide, Terrence. So TeamEliteSuccess.com is one of those non-negotiable tools that we have. It is essential, I believe. When I got started with Jeunesse, we didn't have it, okay? But now that we have it, I go there all the time, right? So it's something that you want to use, as I said, to build your Big Mac. At the bottom here, it says subscribe to Jeunesse Longevity TV. So sometimes, you know, we have a wealth of products in our business, and as you get started, you don't know how AM and PM works, you don't know how reserve works. Let me tell you something. Once I subscribed to Jeunesse Longevity TV, which is Dr. William Amzalag, I'm saying his name wrong, and I started to learn about reserve, right? We got reserve in our initial kit, and we used reserve, but I didn't know what reserve really did. It's upon watching Longevity TV, the episode on reserve, it was about 12 minutes, my whole mindset about reserve changed, and why now reserve is a part of our auto ship. Okay, so Longevity TV has that information that you need to learn about all the different products that Jeunesse has to offer. Okay, so again, as I talked about, part-time, spare time, full-time, and some time in there you've got to devote to learning the products, learning what it is that you need to know about what it is that you're talking about. Because you can't talk about AM and PM if you don't know how it works. Of course, having your own personal testimony is one thing, but actually knowing the science behind the product helps you become more confident in speaking about the products and how they work. You definitely want to subscribe to Jeunesse Longevity TV. As I said, I believe the things on this page here are non-negotiable. These are essential tools that you need to have in order to achieve the next rank in your business. All right? So we may not be talking about the things that you thought I was going to talk about, but we're getting there. The next slide, Terrence. All right, so focus on the fundamentals. So today is episode 30 of Team Elite TV. That means we've gone through 30 different topics of what you can train on and learn about. And as we look at that, my husband and I, we were going through all the different topics. You know what? And he said to me, he's like, you know what? Sometimes people might become overwhelmed. You know, close the sale, or how to stay motivated, or how to do a Jade party, or whatever. I mean, we have a plethora. There's over 30, at least 30-some videos out there. So maybe when you send somebody to Team Elite TV and you say, go to the training, just indiscriminately, and they go there and they look, they become overwhelmed. So what did we do? We got the building blocks. And we said, to me, these are the essential fundamentals that you need to have to build your business. And I already talked about the perfect launch. That's episode number 5. You want to hone in on that episode and ensure the people that you're working with understand how to do the perfect launch sheet and the game plan booklet. Okay? We did 2 episodes on a Jade party. And that clearly is important because that is like the bread and butter of our business. right? And we went through and we described how to do the Jade party, the do's and the don'ts, how to make it fun, inviting, interactive, all that kind of stuff is described in episode number 13 and number 21. And because we have people on our panel that are from different areas, whether from RGB, from Guam, Jamaica, Barbados, different things work in different areas. That's why you want to watch the Jade Party, episode 13 and 21, to really see what is it that you can apply to your area. All right? And then I felt like the secret of closing the sale was very important. That's episode number 17. Why? Because a lot of times you'll get the person to the business presentation, to the Jade Party, and then you don't know how to close it. You don't know how to, finally get them to sign, on the dotted line to really move through on their business. So I believe that is one of the fundamental episodes that we've also covered in our Team Elite TV episodes. And I've said to Terrence multiple times that, episode 25 was the pinnacle for me for Team Elite TV. I think it was truly one of the best episodes that we've done, for me anyways. And I think that these few videos here are really where you need to direct people to when they are really trying to move through the ranks. Because now they're going to understand the perfect launch. They're going to understand how to do a Jade Party. They're going to understand how to close the sale. They're going to truly understand the fundamentals of their business as it's really summarized in episode 25 on the business plan and the business plan and the pyramid structure to our business, which is a very solid structure. Next slide, Terrence. Alrighty, so use the products. Okay, you would think that, of course use the products. Why not, right? But again, so many people get their box and they don't unpack their box. They let it sit there for a week or two. And why am I saying this? We did. Our box sat in the corner in my kitchen for a good week or so before we actually opened the box and started to take things out of it. All right?
Oh my God, who's your sponsor?
Okay, because it was this box, I'm like, well, I don't know what to do with it, right?
What's wrong with that guy?
One thing that I did this week, as I'm going to talk about, is follow up. So somebody recently joined my business, and I texted her a few days ago, and I said, hey, have you got your box yet? She's like, no. And I said, okay, it takes about 5 to 7 days. Wait for it. All right? What do you think she did when she got her box? She texted me because she was so excited about it. She was like, hey, I got my box. Awesome. All right? What did I do? I immediately told her to unpack her box and not let it sit there and gather dust. Unpack her box, and then I told her, because you got the basic pack, on what she needs to utilize in her box. All the products, but I gave her the steps. Do this first, do that second, and do this third. Okay? So it's very important about unpacking the box. Now, if you have a basic package, you want to, as best as you can, upgrade so that you can get all the different products that JEUNESSE has to offer. It's really hard to talk about the products if you don't have all of them. But if you're not able to upgrade for whatever it may be, then I would strongly encourage you to change out your auto ship on every 2 to 3 months. Okay? So this really allows you to try different products. And I would say, try the product for at least 3 months. So if you started off and you got instantly ageless because that's what grabbed you in the door, and now it's been 2 months and you're still getting instantly ageless, I would submit to you to change the product and get reserve. Okay? And see how reserve, watch the longevity TV episode and see how reserve works. The next thing you want to do is get Affinity or get the AM and PM and see how they work. Try the different products so that you know how they work. Now, you want to follow up with your people that you've introduced to the business. This is very important really when you're achieving rank, because you want to ensure that the people that you have stay plugged into the system. You're going to follow up on days 1, day 3, day 5, and day 7. And it's a quick text. And I really, I think really we should pick up the phone and call people if you can, because so many times you text people and you really don't get the true sense of the emotion of what's going on through the text. So if you can pick up the phone and call and speak to them, and you can convey your enthusiasm so much greater when you pick up the phone and you talk to somebody. So you want to follow up with them after they've gotten their package. Say, hey, how are you doing? How's it going? How do you like your JEUNESSE product line? Did you take your before picture? Have you used your mask yet? Ask them pertinent questions, about the product that they're using. And you want to do this for the first week that they're in their business, okay? And then week 2, week 3, and week 4, you're also going to follow up with them about how they're doing with the products. What does this do? This ensures that people, number one, stay committed to the process. It also helps them with their auto ship so that they are now trying different products. It also helps ensure that they stay on their auto ship because here you are keeping tabs with them, you're staying engaged with them, they're staying engaged with you, and it's helping you to create a solid business as you move through and achieve the different ranks in your business. Next slide, Terrence. Alrighty. So here's the slide that we're all waiting for, and we've done a previous training on the how to achieve ranks, but I really felt that what I wanted to talk about was the practical approach. With that being said, we have this stairway to success. And as you start in your JEUNESSE business, you get started as what's called an associate. You purchase a starter kit. Here in the United States, you actually get a kit. Other areas, you don't get a kit, but you get set up with your website. All right? So you purchase your kit. Next thing you're going to do is become a distributor, and that is the next rank. Okay, and as a distributor, you've purchased at least 100 CV or points worth of product within that 30-day, within a month's time. All right. The next rank after that is to become an executive. As you heard Doris mention, she had a couple in her home right now that has achieved executive rank. And what does that mean? That means they have 2 distributors. They have a distributor on their left and one on their right. So 2 people that have purchased a starter kit and 100 points worth of product and on each side of their business. After executive, the next goal is to become a Jade, all right? And Jade, you can do it 2 different ways. You can do it by getting 8 distributors, so 8 people that have got a starter kit with 100 points worth of product, or you can have 4 executives. Keep in mind, you need to have 3 on your left and 3 on your right. If you're just getting purely distributors. It's very important to know this, and it's important that you set yourself up correctly at this level, because trust me, you don't want to get to almost becoming Sapphire and recognize that your business is lopsided, all right? I remember when my good friend Doris got started in our business, something she said to me is, make sure you got your balance right, right? And my husband didn't quite understand what she was saying, but she's like, check your balance, okay? I clearly understood what she was talking about, and that is this here. Making sure you have your people distributed correctly on the different legs of your business. Like I said, you only have 2 legs. The next rank you're going to have is Pearl. So we have several Pearls on with us this evening, and so they have either done it one of 2 ways. Either they have 8 distributors, or I'm sorry, 12 distributors, or they have 3 on their left and 3 on their right, or they have a total of 8 executives, which a minimum of 2 on each side. That allows you to become a Pearl. Okay? So all the things that I've talked about, really to me, have set the foundation for you to be able to move through the rank and achieve whatever rank it is that you want to achieve. And then, of course, the next rank that we have, and it's not the last rank, but there's pinnacle ranks that we have in our business. Becoming an executive is one of them, and then the next pinnacle rank is becoming a Sapphire. And essentially, the Sapphire is 12 executives with a minimum of 3 on each side. 3 on your left, 3 on your right, and the remaining executives wherever you choose them to be. So once you become executive, executive sets you up to achieve all the other ranks in our business, okay? And at this point, you're helping other people in your business achieve the rank of Sapphire, okay? You're helping build them up to achieve the rank of Jade, Pearl, and Sapphire. And then you move up to Ruby, and then you move up to Emerald, Diamond, and so on and so forth, okay? But these are the pinnacle ranks. The executive rank, the Sapphire rank are pinnacle ranks in your business. What I've just laid out to you really goes into detail, I believe, about how to ensure you have solid people in your business that have these ranks. Next slide, please. Okay. So achieving the rank. Now this is by Napoleon Hill, and I've been reading a book that he's written, The Master Key to Riches, and he said, excuse me, it is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. So if you've realized you cannot do this by yourself, you cannot move to the next ranks by yourself, you cannot create all these executives by yourself, you've got to be committed to helping other people have success. So when I found this slide, it really identified that this business is truly about helping other people. So achieving rank is more than just getting the pin that says, hey, I'm Sapphire, hey, I'm Pearl, or hey, I'm Jade. What it says is that you've helped other people have some element of success in their business. All right? You've helped some people understand or begin to understand their why and really begin to see their why begin to formulate in their life. So I really thought that this slide really depicted achieving rank. There's a quote that I heard this week that also said, successful people do the basics better and more often. That is the only difference between successful people, one of the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. As I said earlier, learning how to master the mundane. You just do it better and more often. The more often you do it is the better that you become at doing it. The more often you show the presentation is the better you become at doing it. The more often you talk about affinities and BODI, all the different products. The more often that you go to teamelitesuccess.com is the better that you are about showing other people how to go there. Okay? So really it is about helping other people have success. And as Napoleon Hill said in this book here that I'm reading, you know, it's that element of really going that extra mile that really sets people up for success in their business and to help other people have success. When you go that extra mile, it really becomes less about you and more about that other person that you're helping. Really, and that is truly, you know, the reason that we're doing this business is not really about me. It's not about myself and my husband. It's really because I'm seeing other people, and it really warms my heart to see other people have success in their business, whether it's financial success, whether it's personal success. It is really quite, the word is joyful. I don't know exactly how to quantify it, but it really moves my heart, and it really makes me happy to see other people have success in my business because I know how hard they're working, and it makes me happy that I can be a part of it. And the next slide, Sarah, I believe it's our last slide. The last slide is, drum roll please. And we're stuck. Okay.
And we're stuck.
So the last slide is basically a picture of various people on our wall of fame. And so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see it. So you'll be able to see, you know, and I wanted to put everybody, except everybody couldn't fit on the slide. So I just chose some people, and I put their picture of them achieving Pearl, achieving Jade, achieving, you know, Sapphire. We have various Sapphires in our business from Nigeria. We've got Jenny Gao, who lives in Canada. We have Pearls all over the place. We have several Jades. And then I have pictures up there that are blank. And really what it is to challenge you to become that next Jade, to become that next Pearl, to become that next Sapphire, to become that next Diamond in our business and be on our wall of fame. And I'm sorry that you're not able to see that, but when you see the recap, perhaps you'll be able to see that video. So with that, I've concluded my training for this evening. If anybody wants to weigh in and give their feedback, I'll be more than welcome to share the stage that you can weigh in and provide some feedback. Who's going to go first?
I think we lost T.Gray, so I'll jump in right here. I mean, awesome training, Marsha. I'm here just taking a bunch of notes. And I love how you started the training by asking the question, which steps have you reached? Because if you don't know where you are definitely not going to know where you ought to go and what you need to do to get there. So that was really good. And there are persons who are saying, boy, I signed up for this, but I can't do it. Or I signed up for this, but I'm not sure I can do it. And while there are other persons who are saying, yes, I signed up for it, so I want to try. I signed up for it, so I want to see. I believe I can do this. So that was an amazing way to start the training. And three things I just want to mention quickly. One is that you went right back to mentioning the system, because that's our ground floor there. The second thing you mentioned are the fundamentals, and it was interesting that what you did was went back to previous recording of the training.
Right.
So again, we keep going back to the system, and the point about using the product, Marsha, it really is the mainstay of our business. If we're not using the product and we're not sharing our stories, people are not going to be excited about what we're offering. So amazing training. I will definitely be watching this and sending it out to my team. Thumbs up, Marsha. You did a great job.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
Hey, Marsha, as much grief as I give everybody about their internet, it's only fitting that mine should crash right in the training.
No problem.
I think that's a little bit of divine humor right there.
Of course.
We have one more slide. Do you want to go to it?
Yeah, I kind of described it, but you can go there so everybody can see the visual. Perfect. Awesome. So you see that I put up there, these are just some images from our Wall of Fame, and you see that there's some empty spaces that we're looking for new sapphires, new jades, new pearls, and I really want to encourage people that are out there within our team to shoot for the rank that you want to become. You know, don't sit back and say you can't do it or you don't know how to do it. We've gone through, there's over 30, at least 30 episodes here on Team Elite TV, and this episode including, on really showing you how to achieve the rank. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some new faces on our Wall of Fame. I think this is an awesome wall, and it's really fun and exciting to see so many different people from across the globe that have achieved phenomenal rank in our business.
Awesome, awesome. Marsha, you did a fantastic job. We really appreciate you getting in there and doing this training for us. And, for the person out there who says, well, you didn't show me how many people to talk to each day, whatever, believe it or not, Marsha laid out exactly how to achieve ranks the easiest way possible. And I love that McDonald's analogy and the commercial with the shampoo. I don't know if that was the same one that was about what was it, Bouncing and Behaving?
This was Fabergé.
That was Fabergé, kind of like Rosette's hair, Bouncing and Behaving. Right? But in any event, Marsha, what's really powerful is that you shared the secret. And I want to make sure that nobody misses the secret. The secret is that no matter what you do in life, there are laws that govern. Like, for example, you live your life every day. You do something. Every one of us does something every day that we take for granted. We get out of bed. We turn over. We put our feet over the side, put our feet on the floor, and stand up. Right? And what we're doing at that point in time is we are relying on the law of gravity to work in our favor. Right? Because if somebody turned the gravity off, what would happen is you turn over, you put your feet on the floor, and you would drive yourself through the ceiling, right? So you're hoping that gravity is going to work. Well, in this business, you need to understand that it's the law of duplication that makes it work. It's all about duplication. Duplication is everything, right? Duplication is everything. So you want to understand, respect, and exploit the law of duplication in this business. And Marsha showed you how to do that today by making it very simple. If you did all of those things yourself and you created a culture on your team of people who did the exact same thing, they watch Team Elite TV every week, they use the website. Everybody goes through the perfect launch game plan in the beginning. Everybody gets in the Facebook group. Even the ones that say, I don't do Facebook. Like Marsha said, our Facebook group is the pickle on the burger, right? The burger's not quite the same without the pickle. If you go to, if you go to McDonald's and you order a burger and they leave your pickles off, you will notice the pickle is missing, right? So, I mean, just the things that Marsha talked about today were really powerful. And I encourage everyone to do a 30-day mental fast. And you can do it on your own, like Marsha did. We'll do one as a group probably in January, coming out of the holidays, to flush our systems, get everybody going straight to mentally detox. We'll probably do a 30-day mental fast together. So this was really, really good. And then my last comment was this. Marsha really made a strong point about being system dependent. And I just want to let you know that that is another one of the non-negotiable keys. If you want to advance easy and fast, you have to rely on the system. You have to be a part of the system. You got to become, learn, do, and teach the system. Because the more creative and the more individual, see, I'm checking my notes because I took notes too. The more creative and the more individual you are, hear me good. Everybody listen. The more creative and the more individual you are, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It will be almost impossible. It will be incredibly difficult. That means if you are a really good speaker, you need to be a really good speaker who teaches and follows the system. If you make it about you and some unique stuff that you do, you will not win. It's got to be about the system. So, Marsha, thank you for putting that together for us. And I think the next training that we need you to do for us is in a couple of weeks after the convention. We need you to do a getting started perfect launch training for us as if we are all new people just getting started. So just make a note of that. We appreciate you. Anybody else want to chair? Your turn. I got to get it all in while my internet is working. You know, I live in Jamaica.
I just want to add that, Marsha and I talked this week. Of course, we are trying to achieve Sapphire. And I was a little stuck, and we talked, and I said, you know what? I need to go back to focusing on how it is that I achieved Jade and Pearl so quickly, and that's because a certain way that we follow, like she said, go back to the basics. All I did was the basics. Basics, 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 J party, J party, J party. Invite everybody that you know, and stay focused on helping the people that you bring on board immediately become. And that was really, really powerful. And we've been talking every day pretty much. And I'll tell you what, one of the things that we also discuss is, we are doing business with, I know that when I came on board, I targeted the people that I love, admire, and want to work with. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult because they're your friends if you're not using your upline. And so we've plugged into me using my upline. But the other thing is, moving from friendship into the coaching state. I love Marsha. They've been my friends forever. But now we had to talk about her being my coach in walking me through Sapphire. And I think that is so important in, again, following the basics like she said. So thank you so much for that, Marsha.
Awesome.
Hi, Marsha. Great training. I think you really broke down the information in a really basic way that everybody can understand. And I really like, especially the part where they talk about the importance of using products. I find that when people don't use the products and they don't develop a relationship with the products, you can fall off of the wagon extremely fast. Because you're not connected to your product, you're not connected to what you're representing, and therefore you're not connected to the business. And I really like the idea of letting people know to try different products every month. You know, if they can't do everything every month, obviously, then try different products every month, because if you've experienced the reserve, you can talk about it on a whole nother level. I mean, when the reserve helped to take the pain out of the problem I was having in my shoulder, you know, I walk around and tell that story to anyone that's willing to listen. You know, I'm like, well, it did this to me, and I can speak about the product differently now that it has impacted my life in some way. So I really, really love that, and I really think that that is an incredibly important point that you make, and thanks a lot for sharing the information you did tonight.
Thank you, Jane.
Is that everybody? Did everybody go?
Rosette.
Okay, well, thank you. Marsha, we appreciate you. I'm sure this episode gave everyone a better perspective on how to achieving it fast. I can speak from experience. I achieved Pearl in 2 weeks, but I did the same thing that Doris did do. I have to do some soul searching. You know, where am I going, and why am I not moving as fast as I did to achieve Pearl? And I think you breaking it down, that sticking with the basic, mastering the mundane, it really helps, because some people try to reinvent the wheel, and the mundane is easy to do and easy not to do. And when you broke it down, the bits and pieces of doing the basics, it allows me, it allows people to really just stick with the basic. And I loved it. I really do appreciate how you've shared what ways you've made it to achieve Sapphire in a short period of time. And I'll be right behind you.
Looking forward to it, Rosette.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. And mastering the mundane, so simple. It's very simple, and yet people tend to neglect. So I really appreciate you sharing that tonight, today.
Awesome.
Look at that. I'm sending the leaders a note right now in the Facebook chat of some topics that I think we need to train on coming up. Because before we pop out of here, I just want you guys to take a look at that and just give everybody just kind of a glimpse of some of the good stuff that we've got coming up on TV. I hope nobody's getting bored. You know, we heard this topic, this concept, master the mundane. It's the basics that make the business rock. But coming up, here's some things that you can look forward to hearing on Team Elite TV. We're going to do a training on, just before the convention, we're going to do a training on how to maximize the convention, how to really not just go to the convention, but how to make it work for you, and how to make it work for you whether you are attending live or not. We're going to do a training on how to promote. You know, we talk about promote, and get your team to do things, but we're going to show you how to do that. We're going to do a training called the Art of Edification. Edification is a master tool that's used to build your business, and we want to make sure that we teach everybody how to do it, when to do it, who to edify, who not to edify, etc. We're going to do some product training. Keep hearing us talk about Reserve and AM, PM, and JEUNESSE, and we're going to get on there. We're going to do some product training. So leaders are going to step up to all these various topics. And then leadership is everything. Leadership will define your income. So one of the upcoming trainings is going to be how to be the leader, right? Because none of us want to be the leader in your business. As you can see, from the relationship that we've all got here, I'm not the leader in Marsha's business or Rosette's business. What we do in our team is we develop leaders, and we want you to be the leader in your business. And so we're going to do an entire training devoted to how you can be the leader. What do you guys think about that?
Great idea. You read my mind.
Awesome.
Got it.
All right, so that's what's coming up on the next season of Team Elite TV. How you like that? Season. We got seasons now. We got to have a season finale of some sort, But in any event, I want to thank everybody for your vision, for your hard work, for your energy, for your perseverance, for letting all of us be a part of you realizing your dream of success for yourself and your family, and for being the kind of dedicated person who watches and goes back through Team Elite TV so that you can learn and become an expert at succeeding. So that said, folks, that wraps it up. 3-0 is in the bag. Team Elite TV, 30 episodes. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You know what? Now we have as many episodes as we have countries represented on our team. God bless you guys. Have a great night, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Good night, everyone.